Hi again, fourth graders. It's homework time. Get your Succeed book. Let's open to page 25. We will look at the Lesson 6 homework helper. Here we have an area model for fractions. It says the rectangle represents one whole. Draw horizontal lines to decompose the rectangle into twelfths. So this area model shows 4/6 because there are 6 columns and 4 of them are shaded. Then they drew a horizontal line across to partition the 6 into twelfths, and now 8 twelfths are shaded. Now there are 12 parts in all with 8 parts shaded, and that makes 8 twelfths. It says use the model to name the shaded area as a sum, that means adding, and as a product of unit fractions. Product means multiplication. Use parentheses to show the relationship between the number sentences. See all the parentheses they have? So, for 4/6 is equal to 8 twelfths, we can represent the 4/6 with 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6. There are 4 1/6. Then it got partitioned into twelfths. So for this 1/6, now it is 1/12 plus 1/12. This part right here, 1/12 and 1/12 for this column that was 1/6. That's why this 1/12 plus 1/12 are together in parentheses. Then look at the next column that was 1/6. Now it's 1/12 plus 1/12. Then we have a third column that was 1/6, and now that is 1/12 plus 1/12. And then a fourth column that was 1/6 is now 1/12 and 1/12. If we add up all these twelfths, we have 1/12, 2 twelfths, 3 twelfths, 4 twelfths, 5 twelfths, 6 twelfths, 7 twelfths, 8 twelfths. So it's equal to 8 twelfths. You can rewrite those 8 twelfths as products. Instead of adding 1/12 plus 1/12, we could say that there are 2 of 1/12. And that's written like this, 2 times 1/12, because there are 2 of them. And here's the next 2 1/12, so we can write it as 2 times 1/12. And then another one, 1/12 plus 1/12, can be rewritten as 2 times 1/12. Then we have one more set of parentheses with 1/12 plus 1/12, and that is also 2 times 1/12. And so all of those equal 8 twelfths in all. Here's another way to write it. 4/6, that was the original fraction that was shaded. 4 parts out of 6 parts in all were shaded. Now we have 8 of 1/12, which equals 8 twelfths. Now let's look at number 2. Number 2 says, draw an area model to show the decompositions represented by 2/3 equals 6/9. Express 2/3 equals 6/9 as a sum and product of unit fractions. Use parentheses to show the relationship between the number sentences. So here's our area model. I draw thirds vertically. That means 3 columns. There are 2 columns shaded, so that's 2/3. Then we partition the thirds into ninths using horizontal lines. Now there are 3 rows, and there are 9 parts in all. 6 of them are shaded, so our fraction is 6/9. 2/3 and 6/9 are equivalent. That's what we see over here. 2/3 equals 6/9. This column is 1/3 and this column is 1/3. So we add 1/3 plus 1/3, and that's right here. Then we further partitioned each third into ninths. And there's 1/9 and 1/9 and 1/9 in this column. And here we show the sum of unit fractions, 1/9 plus 1/9 plus 1/9. And then this 1/3 was also partitioned into ninths. And it has 1/9 plus 1/9 plus 1/9. And that's shown right here with this sum of unit fractions. If you add up all these 1/9, it makes 6/9. We can rewrite the sum of unit fractions as products. Since there are 3 1/9 being added, we can rewrite it as 3 times 1/9. And again here, there are 3 1/9 being added, so we can rewrite it as 3 times 1/9. And altogether, that makes 6/9. I write parentheses to show the decomposition of 1/3, just as the area model shows 1/3 partitioned into 3/9. So do the parentheses. Let's turn the page. Number 1, each rectangle represents one whole. Draw horizontal lines to decompose each rectangle into the fractional units as indicated. Use the model to give the shaded area as a sum and as a product of unit fractions. Use parentheses to show the relationship between the number sentences. The first one has been partially done for you. Here we see 2/5. There are 5 columns. 2 are shaded, 2/5. Then we further partitioned the area model into tenths. Now let's find the new fraction. How many tenths are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tenths. Let's fill in the number 4 on the numerator. Now over here we see the equivalent fractions. 2/5 equals 4 blank. Fill in the denominator. It's 10. We have 4 tenths. Now we're going to show adding the unit fractions. This started as 1/5 and 1/5. Let's fill in the numerators. 1/5 plus 1/5. Then we further partitioned. So now this 1/5 is 1/10 and 1/10. We see that right here in these parentheses. And then this 1/5 is also 1/10 and 1/10. And we see that in these parentheses. Altogether, that makes 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. Fill it in. We can rewrite the sum of unit fractions as multiplication. 1/10 plus 1/10 can be written as 2 times what unit fraction? 1/10. Fill that in. And then this 1/10 plus 1/10 can be renamed into a product. 2 times, did you say 1/10? Good, put it in there. And how many tenths do we have altogether? 4 tenths. Fill in the denominator. Now let's finish this equation. 2/5, that was our original fraction, equals 4 times what unit fraction? What do we have 4 of? There are 4 of 1/10. Fill in 1/10. And 4 times 1/10 equals 4 tenths. Okay, let's move down to letter B. First, let's identify what fraction is shown on the area model. We have 2 parts shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4 parts in all. 2 out of 4 parts. What fraction is that? Go ahead and write it up here on the top. Did you write 2/4? Good job. Now this says we're going to partition it into eighths. How can we partition fourths into eighths? We would need to make 2 rows. To make 2 rows, we draw one horizontal line across. Here's the top row and the bottom row. And now I have 8 parts in all. Now, what fraction is shaded? Write it down here. Did you say 4/8 shaded? Very good. That means that 2/4 is equivalent to 4/8. Let's write that over here. 2/4 equals 4/8. Now we're going to write the sum of unit fractions. 2/4 was 1/4 plus 1/4. Let's write those unit fractions and add them. This was the first sum of unit fractions. Then we partitioned, and this 1/4 became what unit fraction here? This piece is now 1/8, and this piece is now 1/8. So what was 1/4 is now 1/8 plus 1/8. We're going to write that over here with parentheses around it. The parentheses show that these two go together to make this 1/4 column. Then we have another column here that got further partitioned into eighths. So we're going to add, and we're going to put parentheses. And what unit fractions do we have? Another 1/8 plus 1/8. And we write that here in the parentheses. Now, when we add these unit fractions, what does this equal? Count it up. It equals 4/8. Now we can rewrite the sum of unit fractions as products. Let's use our parentheses. How many 1/8 are being added together? 2 of them. So we start with 2 times, and then the unit fraction is 1/8. 2 times 1/8, because we were adding 2 of them. That's for this column. Plus, now we do parentheses to show the product for this column. How many 1/8 were being added together? 2 of them. So we start with 2 times. And what is the unit fraction? 1/8. 2 of 1/8. Now, if we have 2 1/8 and 2 1/8, how many eighths is that all together? That equals 4/8. Now let's write our final product. We have how many 1/8 pieces that are shaded? There are 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. We started with the fraction 2/4. So start with that on our equation. Then we see that we had 4 1/8. Let's write our multiplication equation. How many 1/8 do we have in all? 4. Put our parentheses. 4 times, what's our unit fraction? 1/8. And what does that equal? 4/8. Now let's turn the page. Letter C. First, let's identify what fraction is being shown by the area model. Look at how many parts are shaded out of how many parts in all. Write the fraction at the top. Did you write 4/5? That's right. This says we're going to decompose it into 15ths. How can we go from fifths into 15ths? How many rows will we need to make? Let's count by fives. 5, 10, 15. That means we need 3 rows. How many lines across do we need for 3 rows? 1, 2 lines gives me 3 rows. 1, 2, 3 rows. Now look at the area model and determine what fraction is being shown after we partitioned. Count how many parts in all and how many parts are shaded, and write the new fraction down here. There are 15 parts in all and 12 are shaded. That fraction is 12/15. Is that what you wrote? Good job. Now let's write the equivalent fractions. 4/5 is equivalent to 12/15. We're going to start with the sum of unit fractions for 4/5. 4/5 equals, it started as 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. Let's write that. This is the first sum of unit fractions. Now we're going to write the sum of unit fractions after decomposing into 15ths. Each column of 1/5 got decomposed into 1/15 plus 1/15 plus 1/15. So we have to do parentheses for each of these 1/5 and put 1/15 plus 1/15 plus 1/15 in each set of parentheses. So let's start with the first one. This is for the first column. See how there are 3/15 there? And I'm adding 3 of them. Plus, now I do a set of parentheses for the second column, and I'm adding those 3/15 now. So the sum of unit fractions. 1/15 plus 1/15 plus 1/15. Now I'm going to do the third column. Plus, and put your parentheses. Add those unit fractions. And now we have one more column that got decomposed. One more set of parentheses to add the unit fractions. There we go. Now this shows this 1/5 for this parentheses. This one goes to these parentheses. This one, this set of parentheses, and this one is this set of parentheses. Now we can rewrite each sum of unit fractions as a product. So how many 1/15ths are being added together here? 3 of them. We could show that with 3 times the unit fraction 1/15. Then we add and we do the next set of parentheses. Again, there are 3 of them, and the unit fraction is 1/15. Then we could do the same thing for the next set of parentheses. There are 3 of them, and the unit fraction is 1/15. And then one more. 3 times 1/15. Now let's write the final equation. We started with 4/5 equals, let's do a product in parentheses. Product means multiply. Well, how many 1/15ths altogether? There are 12 of them altogether. So this time we're doing 12 times 1/15. And that equals 12/15. Okay, now you could try some of the other problems on your own. You can do it. Good luck. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.